If I don't end up staying, it's solely because I think I won't make the games in that place.
Dublin Airport, Sprague. That's where I'm heading for a crash. I got my bags. Good Fratty's bags. Backpack. Elbow suitcase.
Wow, Charlotte's beautiful. Is that okay, dude. You're from Ireland, bro. You don't ever see the sun.
Huh?
Men haven't started? Got Mark.
No.
Men's elite entire division hasn't started?
No.
What the fuck?
The men's masters. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Why the fuck?
Looking toned.
I thought they started at
It's all the drugs I'm on.
5:05.
Steroids.
Just coke.
It's too low, isn't it?
Looking good, Mark.
This guy's got a big butt. Were you training partners before or just casually?
Casually.
And did you always train with each other like that? Like race each other?
Yeah.
Exclusively race
Every
each
single
other?
time.
And was it always like a bit tetchy after?
Yeah.
Every single time?
Not every single time, but enough of the time to where it's like not
Healthy.
to where I don't like to do it that often. We had some really good training leading into semifinals where we were both helping each other a lot because we were at different semifinals. In 21 and 22, leading into 22 is probably some of the best training I've had with him.
But does that only work in that scenario where you're in, like if you're in the same semifinal you wouldn't?
We would probably still train together, but it would be a little more like that most of the time. It's still like that a lot, but that's good for me and him.
Not all the time though. You couldn't.
No, I couldn't live here. I couldn't live here and us do that to each other every day.
Yeah, it's not sustainable.
No.
Does that make you question training camps then when you see that? Like when you have that experience, like you obviously wouldn't be suited to a training camp then.
It would be like Danielle, Brandon, and Emma Carey. They don't train together all the time because it's like that.
Yeah.
So what's the point of a training camp if it's not like that?
That's my sleeping quarters. Dead. Pool party. Yo. Pool party. This is your car.
This is my car. 1990.
A prelude.
Pray. Well, yeah.
Pre.
Pray.
Pre. P-R-E. Pre. P-R-A-Y. Pre.
Nah.
A prelude is a mayhem car.
May.
P-R-A-Y.
Oh.
Your destination is on the left.
Yeah, we know. You didn't need to lock that.
Oh, you do.
Not that.
Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Peter. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
I'll just cut all that out. JR puts on a good show.
Dude, this is fucking top notch. Like, this is really good. I mean, I knew it was gonna be good because of the stuff I saw like before, like, you know, on the internet and stuff like that, and the pictures from last year.
Yeah.
But when I got here and saw how like tight the schedule was ran, how well organized everybody was, how good the judging was, how he handled the athletes when disputes came up, like all of that, like it's solid. If they were to ever like break into smaller, different like sanctionals or semifinals again, JR would definitely be a top contender to put on an event. But the hours are crazy and the pay is shit, so don't tell them.
Have you gone to watch any of the events here?
Maybe 1 or 2 minutes. 1 minute of the Masters female and like 1 minute of the females. But no.
Does that annoy you?
No, this is way more important. I'm like, this morning I had to think hard to remember who the leaders were. Because like I'm so involved in the competition and not in the race. Like everyone's the same. Like Heat 1 and Heat 6 are the same. Heat 1 is more important than Heat 6. Because if Heat 1 isn't ready, then it doesn't matter about Heat 6. Like everything is just event to event to event to event.
Yeah. And are you happy with how the events have gone, like from programming to now?
The programming, too soon to tell. Too soon to tell. Ask me at the end of today.
But there's been no workout so far where you've been like, oh, that didn't work.
Oh, absolutely not. No, there's been a really wide margin of scores for one workout, which is good for performance-based scoring to teach people about that. Then the second workout, most people were pretty close together within 2 or 3 minutes. It was just very classic work capacity. This one is going to do the same thing that the first one did. Some people are going to finish it in 4 minutes, and some people aren't going to finish it in a 10-minute cap. So you'll get that huge spread again. Thruster, similarly, and then tomorrow you'll have more like most people between a 3 or 4 minute on the long workout, and then the last workout it'll be like a seconds matter type thing. At the end of the day today, it'll be cool to see who is like in the top 10, and if there's like some very good body weight athletes, but also some very strong athletes, and also some athletes who just have good base capacity. Because after these 4, every box has kind of been checked. High skill, heavy under fatigue, grunt work, and then like you could just call it muscular endurance with the flips left, with the Zercher carry.
Great event, dude.
So it's kind of, it should, at the end of today, don't expect there to be a ton of shifting on Sunday unless, which will happen with some people, maybe not at the top, someone has a big pull on like bring muscle up density workouts, or they just don't train the parallettes and they just like can't do any, and they are in one of those situations like yesterday where they don't finish and they get 0 points and they fall off the podium, which is possible.
Hitter said in the group the other day, Hitter was like, ask Dave, are they doing free level 1s for educators? Are they planning on doing that?
They should, and they should give every affiliate that's like every year that they go by like a scholarship or a 50% off of an L1. But you would qualify as an educator on its own, right? If they did it. But I even think would be smarter is the people that are in the media space. If I was CEO, I would have given all of them a free L1, and I would have given them access to film. I just would have wanted to see what they produced before they published it in exchange for the free L1, because then you've just decentralized your media distribution. Like if CrossFit, the company, is placing its biggest bet on making the games that pipeline for new CrossFitters, we're totally fucked.
Yeah.
Because that's appealing to what? 17 to 25? Yeah. And that age group ain't got money.
This is by far the most impressive local comp I've ever been to. This is my second year here, and this year even better than last for sure. Yeah, I mean, I feel like it comes from the top, so it's really JR's vision, and he just executes very well. Like even this morning, I got up early and I was in the gym with him working out. Like he's working out, setting things up as he's working out, and he just he's a hustler, and he wants to make it a good experience for the athletes. Like a few things I've heard from some of the athletes is they really appreciate that everything that they're going to have on the floor, they get in the warm-up area. So they feel prepared and it's not a surprise. Whereas like in other situations, you don't have a rope to pull or a sled to push or flip. And that goes a long way because a lot of these athletes don't have some of these implements in their gym anyway. So just even being able to have an opportunity to play with it a little bit is very valuable.
But even he's so like, now maybe he just hides it really well, but he seems quite chill. Like he's busy and he's like going doing stuff, but he doesn't look like, I've seen event owners look like a headless chicken, like running around like, you know.
Doesn't seem frazzled. Like
I haven't seen him shout at anyone apart from Taylor. I haven't seen him shout at him. He deserves it.
I think sometimes he walks with conviction. Yeah. But even today, like he's explaining this really long workout to me about 15 seconds before he started, and he said it so calm, and I was like, okay, cool. Then he picked up the barbell and went. Like I can't even operate like that.
No, he's a good guy.
I also appreciate his willingness to try something new with like the scoring systems, but I also will say I'm not a huge fan.
Why do you not like it?
I don't know. I got to learn more about it. I don't like the specific scenarios that have played out. Like yesterday, people finishing the pegboard workout and getting zeros, and that not meaning anything. That just doesn't seem right to me. Like
the way Tyler explained it to me was, if you do a workout, say you did a workout against Tia, and then she got 100 points and you got 0, and then you complained about getting 0, it's like, yeah, well, you went up against Tia, what do you expect? I think that's the way he explained it to me.
Yeah, I mean, I understand maybe at a higher level. I mean, this is a competitive competition, but it's also not the games and semifinals. I feel like if you're going to have time caps on something, you're assuming that people can finish under the time cap. These people finish under the time cap, but still got a 0. Different, I think, if you don't reach the time cap.
Yeah.
So if you get time cap, 0, that makes sense to me. But it doesn't make sense, like, if we both got time cap and I got 10:30 and you got 11, I don't get rewarded for that at all.
Yeah, yeah.
So there's no incentive to keep going.
Yeah.
So I don't think anything's going to be perfect. Like I said, I appreciate them trying something new because I don't think a lot of people have the balls to do that. And I do think that is what's ultimately going to drive the sport maybe for a change, that something could be better.
Yeah.
The only way to test it is to do it. But I don't know. I mean, we'll see at the end of the weekend. I would be very interested to see the date of, like, if you did the traditional model, scoring model, versus this model, what the change would be.
That's Tyler's favorite thing to do when the shoe is on the other foot.
Yeah,
so
fair.
I'm
Yeah.
never going to be as keen to do it when it's his when it's
Yeah,
says.
yeah.
What's up, Pinky?
Alright.
How are you?
You got very excited after that last event yesterday. Why
I
was
did.
that?
Why was I excited?
Yeah.
Momentum's a good thing. I like momentum.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
You were hyped, like amped, shouting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I felt a little out of body for the first event. I was tired. That one I felt like myself, so it's nice to feel like myself.
Okay.
Hoping to feel like myself again this next one.
You like wearing this?
I do. I'm actually double layered right now.
I was looking forward to
Double
that.
wrapped it. I'm keeping warm. It's my sweater.
You're really good at handstand walking.
I guess so, a little bit. Dude, I don't know. It's mostly, this one's basic cardio for me, so I guess if I can hold on to it, we'll see
The
how it
entire
goes.
workout is cardio.
Yeah, this one is for sure. It's thrusters, man.
And where do you train?
Out of CrossFit OT, it's in Olive Branch, Mississippi.
Okay.
Right outside of like Memphis, Tennessee.
How far is that from here?
Like 8.5 hours, 8 hours. But if you're driving with my mom, about 12 hours. We came here last year. A lot of my good friends are here, so. And JR is just awesome. This is the best ran comp out there, so way better than semis for my. I love this comp.
Okay.
It's a lot of fun.
What's your say goals then for this upcoming season?
Hopefully
What do
be
you wanna
like
do?
second. Hopefully be like. Well, if I'm last heat, then that means I make games. So the heat before that is this year, and then the next year hopefully be last heat and make games.
Where were you last year?
20th.
Okay.
20th place.
Which semi-final? Is that East?
West.
West. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So then, would you, if you finish in that same heat again, if you finish in the second to last heat,
Sir.
would you come back here next year again anyway?
Oh yeah, for sure. I love this.
Even if you went to games, would you still come back?
Oh yeah,
Really?
for sure.
Okay. Just because of the general vibe? And,
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yeah.
The people here is awesome. It's always just a fun run comp. So.
So you're gonna give yourself a chance to finish this workout. 8:15, you're gonna hit it. Get those weights on. We're gonna hit a rep at the 9 of the heavier one. Make this smooth. Make this smooth. You got it. She's one of my best friends. It's just I came here because she convinced me to come here. So I'm like, I want to see her do well.
Have you got coaching aspirations?
I do. After I'm done with this, I coach right now. I got a couple of semi-athletes that I just love investing time in. It's a passion, man. Just being able to give back what this sport's given to me is such a privilege and honor. So I'm like, dude, like just to be able to help people do their thing is awesome for me. So I love it.
You're gonna.
Thanks, bro.
You're saying all the right stuff.
Thank you.
At all the right times.
I appreciate that.
I love we just want to get you one rep, and then it was like, you got a full minute, you're doing
Bro,
two.
to get both of those in a minute is insane.
Yeah, she's very good.
That was so nuts. That was a vent. There's some freaking momentum on the event. I love that.
So you're back to Masters here.
Yes.
How are you finding that?
How am I what?
How are you finding it?
Oh yeah, I mean it's like we might as well be working out with the elite division. Like it's the same like workouts, and honestly the competition is stout. So
Was that part of the attraction of doing it, the fact that it was the same workouts and stuff?
a little bit. I mean it's close. I'm only an hour away from here. Masters division with a very respectable, generous podium prize, and then the workouts, partly because I've done them before a little bit, and because it was a different skill level than you normally see. So all of that combined, despite not being in like my most prepared shape, I thought it would be definitely worth it to come down here.
You have two kids, and you're back. Is this you on the trail back to being competitive again?
It's kind of what this weekend's for, is to kind of feel it out, not just physically, because I mean physically you can only do so much. I'm 8 months out of having my second kid, and I don't put myself on like a pressure timeline to like, I want to compete here and I want to compete here and I got to be able to do this by this time.
Yeah,
like,
you're very, even on your Instagram, you're very like
it's organic.
slow, deliberate.
Just like letting things happen, because I can't control a lot of the factors in my life. So I just try and be like flexible and adaptable with what I have available to me with my time and energy. So I train as I can, and then like, take opportunities to feel out competing if I want, and see like, it's a little bit of like a test for not just my skills and my abilities, but also for, I don't know, just like my perspective on it, and if I'm enjoying it, and if it's fun. I qualified Wadapalooza, but I didn't register. I decided not to do it, simply because of the amount of the financial aspect of it. I mean, I would have to get babysitters, like the travel and the expenses and childcare at home, and because we don't have family, we live far away from our family, so it's like a whole shenanigan like chart of like who's gonna take this kid where and when, and it's a lot. So I also have a hard time focusing when I have to worry.
How are you?
Good, how you doing?
I've heard your name mentioned with toss up between you and Colton for who takes this next one.
Yeah, it's a shame we're not in the same heat.
Yeah. Would you see that as accurate?
I can see that, yeah. We're one of the shorter, better thruster guys.
Okay.
That's what they've been talking about.
So if you don't win this time, would you be disappointed?
I'd say if I don't get top 3 or not take the event win, it would be pretty disappointing.
Yeah. Well, we'll watch.
Thank you.
We'll see. So I know I've said your name before.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember where or why I said it. What competitions have you done recently?
Online, or I did online, I did Wadapalooza. The last on-site competition was Orlando semifinal.
Did you qualify for Wadapalooza?
Yeah, I got first.
Okay, that's right.
In the qualifier.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. And are you going to go and do Indy there? Are you going to go to team as well?
No, I'll probably just focus on Indy.
Okay. And where did you finish at semifinals?
13th.
Okay, so what's your aim this year?
To go, make the games.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Was that how you planned it?
No. Well, not the rep scheme was. But that was like 75 seconds faster than what I did in training.
Okay.
I didn't really think I could go much faster than what I did.
So I asked him, is that how you planned it? He said no. And I was like, oh shit, he's disappointed. I was like, oh, that's like 75 seconds faster. How come you don't celebrate when you win a heat or an event or anything?
Job's not done. If I win, maybe I'll smile.
That particular job is done.
Yeah.
It's not even a little like fist bump.
If I win, then maybe I'll smile. But nothing yet.
I'm guessing it'll be a less than 10 second smile if you do win. It'll be for the one photo with the check, you'll smile and then stop. Is that do you honestly though? Do you deliberately avoid celebration and?
Sometimes, and most of the time it just.
Is it just not in your character, like not part of your?
Yeah, if I won, like if there was an event to win, like the games or something like that, then I'd celebrate. But like this is just.
Does it mean less as well when it's one that you think I'm going to win that, and then when you do win it, are you just like that's fine?
Not necessarily. If I won like a wall ball rowing workout, I might celebrate a little bit. But I mean, it's all about like. Your happiness is like reality minus your expectations. So if you expect to win, you get second, then you're probably bummed. If you expect to get 10th and you get 5th, then you're pretty excited. So, but yeah, I mean, honestly, I never go. I always have a game plan in my mind of like how I could win the event. I talk myself into like how I could win it, but it usually doesn't happen.
Is it hard in that workout? Obviously you have your game plan, but when you see people moving on to the next bar and you haven't, or you see people moving, like someone might be 2 bars ahead when you're just starting, does that rush you a bit? Like,
it depends who it is, and also depends on how the workout's structured. Like for that one, I knew, like it doesn't matter how far ahead these guys get on the round of 10 and 8. I knew that I was going to be fast on the rounds of 6 and 4, and that's kind of the whole workout right there.
Is that just competition experience?
Yeah, and you just have to not trust your game plan, and even if they are going way faster, if it's something that if it's a pace that I can't maintain, then I just have to let them go anyway.
What do you think of the scoring system?
I like the P score a lot. I think it's better in almost every way, in that every second really does count. Like a couple seconds faster on a workout, even if there's nobody around you, can get you a couple, even like a fraction of a point. So in that aspect, it's way better. The only thing that I think if they could find a way to change it is like, for example, like the first event, there was like maybe almost 10 guys who got a score of 0, but they didn't all get like the same amount of reps completed or time or whatever. So
it wasn't an equal 0, like.
Yeah, so I wish there was a way to separate those guys, since they didn't technically all get the same like score, but they all got 0 still. So that's kind of the only thing. If they could find a way to change that, then it'd be pretty perfect, I think.
How's your weekend going?
Not good.
No? Not good. Is it going as you expected to go, or worse than you expected to go? You're kind of like,
worse.
You're not like fighting fit, right?
No, but I for sure thought like I could maybe be in the top 10.
Okay.
Or like pushing the top 5.
Okay.
But also like I've been dealing with injuries and stuff, so. But it's just like expectations were like not the highest, but also like I was kind of trying to lean back on my fitness, but it's just not where it was.
How's it going with underdogs?
It's going good.
Okay.
Like my last program, it was like it got me really fit, and it got me like it got me to where I almost needed to be a games athlete, but it was just like it just broke me down too much. So underdog has been good to like kind of like take a step back and get my body right. And I mean, this is so far the best I've felt so far, but it's still not like where I was before. Because I'm still dealing with a little bit of injury, but it's getting better and better.
And what's Kiefer like as a coach?
He's awesome. He's very like supportive. He's very intuitive, like intuitive, like in a way that like if he writes something for me, then I go into the gym and I'm like, hey, my shoulder's not feeling great. He doesn't like push it. Whereas before, like my old program was like, okay, well you need to do this today, like no matter what, you know. So I would kind of like risk injury versus Kiefer, and then also he's in person too, so he gets to see me every day, and he gets to see my movement pattern. He gets to see like how I react to certain workouts and stuff. So it's been good having Kiefer as a coach.
What do you think of the scoring system?
I don't like it.
No,
I don't like it. I don't know. I just feel like it's. I mean, obviously it's different, but I feel like it rewards people who have like very they're
richer.
Yeah, kind of. Where for me, I feel like I'm more of a consistent athlete.
Okay.
Like in granted games, like I got like 9th, 10th, 9th, 10th. You know, like if that was a Z score, like I wouldn't have been as high as I was, but because I was very consistent, like so for me, I don't really have any like home runs. In comps, I'm more of like a even keel, so like for me, it's not very rewarding.
A punch.
Yeah.
Oh,
How was that?
oh, much better than I thought. When I tested, I was 850. That one I was 552, so came at surprise it went so well. Something about being on the floor just makes you fly.
So you just did like a little wrap up with Savan there.
Yes, sir.
And I wanted to ask you about a sentence that you said in the middle.
Yes.
So I couldn't hear what the question was.
Okay.
But your answer was, oh yeah, well now I've got Cole Sager in my corner.
Totally.
I was like, oh, what does that mean?
So
What does that mean?
it doesn't mean he's coaching me. I'm still coached by Matt Torres. He gives me my programming. He checks in with me daily. He's been awesome. But Cole and I are 10-minute drive from each other. So we train together 2 or 3 times a week. And, you know, he's a vet. He's got a lot of knowledge that can help serve me well. And
Kind of like a mentor.
yeah, so I've been super lucky just to be able to pick his brain. I picked his brain on all these events too. He's helped me with strategy, and he helps me with my faith most importantly. So I'm just grateful to have a guy like Cole around.
And are you planning on staying where you are now or going back down to Jacksonville?
Still deciding. Got a lot to think about. Definitely got to think about the lady now, because like trying to get married. And so if I do end up staying, I know it's going to be a place I can thrive in. If I don't end up staying, it's solely because I think I won't make the games in that place. But I think where I'm living now, I could definitely have a good games run and do very well from there. So right now it's looking like I'll stay home, but still not decided.